Hello everyone, this is Roxy1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Crash Twinsanity. Last time, we ended up arriving in the 10th dimension only for Nina to be kidnapped by Evil Crash. After sliding down some rocks on a mountain, we are here on Twinsanity Island with the game glitching out and still playing Rock Slide Rumble. So hey, this is good for those who, missed out on Rock Slide Rumble, seeing as how I died so many times in the stage that the music constantly reset. Yeah, I don't know why. And also, if my life count is different, I believe I'm up by 2. That is because, unfortunately for me, it seems that I didn't save in the right area, so I had to redo Rock Slide Rumble, which is always oodles of fun to redo a stage. So as a result, I had to get all the gems again. But before we continue with the story, we're going to need to grab the gems that are around Twinsanity Island. And simply put, I hate these gems. Why? Because they are just not fun to deal with at all. A lot of them are going to involve these little balls right here. So, for the most part, this is where the suicide count really comes in handy. Because I'm going to be killing myself for a couple of these gems. Alright, this fixed the music. So, that's our first gem. Now we're going to kill ourselves for our next gem. So I guess it's a good thing I got those 2 lives. And the reason for this is, and the reason why I'm not going over to Cortex is because each time I die, it resets that cutscene. So I don't want to do that over and over again. Now, you might notice that the screen's shaking a bit. There's an explosion that's going off on the screen somewhere. Now, this gem right here is a little bit more difficult to get because of these 2 crates, but there we go. So, that's 2 suicides. Otherwise, I'd have to be pushing a ball around the place, and that's just no fun. It's rather annoying to deal with. So, let's continue going, and then once we get all the gems, we will be tackling the second to last stage within Crash Twinsanity. We are almost done with this game, ladies and gentlemen, and that makes me kind of sad because I like Crash Twinsanity a lot. Oh, why couldn't this game be longer? But let's go up over this way. And instead of going through another jungle bungle, we're going to be doing something different. But here's another one of the cannons. We haven't seen one of these since, well, Jungle Bungle and Insanity Island. The only thing that's really annoying is I can never tell how close I am to where I need to go or not because the camera constantly shifts whenever I move this. That should be it. There we go. What we're doing is we're using these exclamation mark crates to get ourselves that crate. And that's way too much. See, the problem I have right here is that this cannon is very sensitive, and every time my camera moves, things seem to change. Now, don't belly flop on these at all. We're not going to be doing that. That's a lot of nitro crates. All right, close enough. Oh, just barely off. There we go. So that gets those ones, and on it. And there's one more that's right there. Slightly off. That should be good. And it gets you a TNT. Or, in case you don't want to hit that, just do what I do. And that is miss your shot entirely. Just blow it up like that. You could do that, and that just makes life so much easier. Odd thing, too, is if you end up not hitting that exclamation mark crate, when you explode that, something odd happens with the game in that it will explode the TNT crate even though you haven't activated it. Alright, so looks like we're gonna have to play that cutscene right now. So, what's going on over here?
There they are. Let her go! Take me instead! Ah!
Cortex didn't think this through, and with all those ants over there, he's gonna be in trouble. So maybe we should untie Nina and, go and help him. Nah, let's go and get some more gems. So, go over this way, and we will head on over to our next gem, which is going to be a ball pushing puzzle. Yeah, remember how I said that the ball pushing was still inside this game for puzzles? I, like, briefly mentioned it in the last part. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because a lot of gems are going to be protected by these barriers. Those barriers suck. Anyway, now that the cutscene's done, we can go back over this way and get that purple gem that's over there. But you might be wondering, well, Roxas, where's the clear gem? Oh, I'm saving the clear gem for last because I'm going to have to cut for that one. That one's probably what I consider to be the hardest gem to get in the game because it's just a pain to deal with. It's also why I didn't want to, you know, trigger the cutscene, but it's impossible to do that get all the gems without triggering the cutscene. Because if I die while trying to get that gem, then the cutscene resets and we have to watch it again, which is something I don't want to do. I kind of wish there was a scene skip for this when it comes to scenes that you have to watch over and over again, but that's really it. Not too much. This game's already fine enough by me. But let's try and go up and get that gem. I fell last time, and that's not good. It feels so great to be playing this again instead of Crash 1, that's for sure, but that's another story for another time. Probably can convey that easily inside the project. But you might notice that there is a cave that's over there. That will lead us actually from where the last level of the game is back to the level that's in between in case you want to redo it. So keep that in mind. But with this, we only need one gem left, and that is the clear gem. So let's head on over to where that clear gem is, and then you will see my pain. And hopefully, when I say cut, I'll be able to do it my first try. Unless, you know, the universe is caught on that I know what's going on with that, and I won't be able to get it. Because the universe can be a dick sometimes. But if you go over here, you can see an intricate amount of puzzles and the clear gem within a barrier. To my knowledge, there is no way to glitch inside those barriers, so do not try. But let's go over this way and set up our puzzle. So what you need to do is you need to first activate the crates, so then we can get our little orb all the way across and through this puzzle. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. And it's over water, which means you're gonna die if you misstep. So I'm gonna cut until I do this correctly because I know for a fact I'm not gonna be doing this my first try. So, cutting ahead. No, I got the orb on there, but I died. Never mind, it fell off.
What have I got?
Sweet! That didn't take nearly as long as it took me in practice. So, there we go. That's the gem right there. Only took me about 3 minutes. Huh. In practice, that took me about, like, 7. So, with that, we now have all the gems of Twinsanity Island. And just so that I don't have to do this again, and in case of some weird cosmic event, I'm going to save, because I do not like that at all. So, saving right here. I do not like that at all. I do not like that gem. But I think we should probably go and help Cortex. And yes, I did end up dying once during that, so we're going to have to watch the cutscene again, which is unfortunate. But hey, maybe Cortex will try something new. Maybe he won't antagonize Evil Crash the way he does.
There they are. Let her go! Take me instead! Ah!
In reality, you have to realize, you know, Cortex, he's just following what you said. He's going after you. So, hang tight, Nina. You're not going anywhere, I'm pretty sure. So, let's go and save Cortex's skin, shall we? And now it's time for another stage. And what's this thing? It's like a giant rocket, and with the exhaust still coming out, it's new. But the moment we get right here, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bandicoot Pursuit. We have to guide Cortex away from Evil Crash and make sure he does not die. You know, just like how it was in Totem Hokum. That being said, Evil Crash has the tendency of, how should I put it, glitching out. And it's rather humorous to watch. But for right now, we need to just get out over our way and, uh-oh, new ant type. Boom. 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 Ooh, that was close. Break these, so then that barrier stops, or whatever that is. I think that's a barrier. It might be electricity. Now, there are 2 gems that are on this path right here. So, let's guide Cortex to right there and grab our first gem, which is the green gem. And, oh, I didn't guide Cortex correctly, so he died. But we still got the green gem, so not entirely a loss, I suppose. I mean, it's just a death. Now, sometimes I may have to use the suicide count for this one, because sometimes going for the gems is literal suicide when it comes to, you know, how close he is to Evil Crash or not. Now, it is possible to get around these buzzsaws, but only a select few of them you can get around easily without having to need Cortex to get it out of the way. Uh-oh. Okay, whew, that was close. All right, so this time, remember to get the bridge, Roxas. All right, so bridge. Again. And there we go. So that's the first section of Bandicoot Pursuit, so let's go into the second one. I do love this track that plays, though. It's really humorous. Then again, I could say that for any of these type of scenes. Oh, there we go. Sometimes the button for the bridges glitches out, so you need to watch out for that. All right, and that. Boom. There we go. That takes care of them. Now let's run ahead. I'm gonna smash those. Oh, I shouldn't have smashed those, because then I got Cortex killed. That's my fault. It really is. I really am doing what the lyrics are saying. Bad, 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 bad. All right. Now, the second gem's going to be inside this section right around here, but we're not going to need to worry about that. And I have to question, where's Cortex? All right, there we go. There you go, Cortex. Nice little safe path. Okay, maybe the second gem isn't in this spot. Maybe it's in the third spot I'm thinking of. But, there we go. That takes care of the second part of Bandicoot Pursuit. So let's go into the third and final section. Get another checkpoint. Now, you can actually backtrack into this stage backwards, but if you do, Cortex will actually end up right at the beginning of it. I've never done it in mid-stage, but I have gone backwards in the stage before. It is fun. Right? Don't hit that last one, otherwise Cortex will end up dying. Now, it is possible to go around this buzzsaw, but I want to play it safe, so I don't want to end up hitting that. All right, so there we go. Now, the next gem is over back there, but I need to guide Cortex. So let's guide him. And I'll go back for the gem in a second. Right, move that. There we go. And keep going. That. We're just about at the end of Bandicoot Pursuit now. And here's the ending. So, get a crystal. And Cortex is safe. Evil Crash decides it's not worth it.
Come along!
Now, Initially, there was supposed to be a cutscene that was going to be playing right here. Another one of the cut fake Nina scenes that would involve Evil Coco, actually. Evil Coco is one of the more developed characters in this game, actually having a model on the disc. So, let's watch what that cut scene would have been like, thanks again to Fake Nina.
Nina, you scared me. Come here. Forget it.
Ain't that sweet? It's a real man who ain't afraid to show his feelings, and my mom says real men prefer their cocoa hot and bitter.
I'm not thirsty. Let's go.
Hot and bitter. Don't know how I feel about that. I know Cortex isn't thirsty at all. But yeah, that was fake Coco, who was supposed to be inside this game for that scene, but it was scrapped. And Nina was also supposed to be at the end of the Bandicoot Pursuit area, just so then, you know, that makes sense. But there we go. That's pretty much the main part of Bandicoot Pursuit, but we only have 2 of the gems. What about the remaining 4? Well, they're all going to be inside of this next area once we get to the end right over here. And once we do that, we'll be near the final level of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It really is coming up close to an end, and I can't believe that it is. It feels like it just started. This area right here. This is where our next remaining gems are going to be. And right over there, that area is our final level of the game, but we need to go and get ourselves some of these gems first. So, at this end, we have another ball pushing puzzle, but I find this one to be not as annoying. Now, what I do is, I've already screwed up. I usually end up just kicking these right over here, like so. Alright, there we go. And oh, I died even though I got it in there. Dang it. I wasn't supposed to jump. If I didn't jump, then I would have survived that. It's a lot easier to use the, you know, switches right there to move the bridge around. But honestly, I find that to be too time consuming. And I'm an impatient little prick, if you haven't noticed. So, oh, that gimped it a little bit. Oh, it landed down. Okay, I was about to say, it landed down there. It must not have landed in the water. And the moment I jump down, it respawns. Typical. Alright, so that takes care of that, but I think that thing's about to fall right now. No, it didn't. Nope, it did. I was about to say, I think that thing's about to fall. Wait, no, it didn't. Alright, and there we go. Put that in there. And it gets us to our clear gem. What's with clear gems being behind barriers? Stop that. I don't like that. Now you can see that there's another gem right over there, but we don't have the crate to be able to hit that. And we have another gem right over here. So how do we get that? And I just realized I actually just skipped a gem too. My mistake. Let's go and get that one gem before I forget it again. And that's going to be the purple gem. I always forget about the purple gem. In my practice file, I was looking for like 10 minutes. As you can see, Bandicoot Pursuit's music's playing right now, but don't worry. Anyway, go over here, and the purple gem is right behind this little rock. Don't worry, Cortex isn't going to die or anything. It only resets if you go right to where the beginning area is, so no worries. But there we go. That resets that, but that's still set up because that would only reset if you died. Now let's get ourselves the red gem, shall we? Okay, so what we gotta do is we gotta go in between these and pop. And now what we gotta do is we gotta make something go boom. And how do we do that? Simple, with bombs. Bomb everything. Like bombing the water. There we go. Not bad. That was actually my second try. In my practice file, that took me like 2 minutes to do. Right, so jump up here, and that's our red gem. And let's grab our last gem before we head off to the final stage of the game. go over this way. And we have some crates up here. That will activate the bouncing crate towards our last gem, which is going to be the yellow gem. What's with us getting the yellow gem last a lot? I just noticed that inside this project. We've gotten the yellow gem last a lot. Right, so go over this way, and here's the yellow gem. So, let's get it. Boom. There we go. That's all the gems for Bandicoot Pursuit. 82% done. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to head off to the final stage of the game. See you guys next time.